Hey folks, this is Danny Danger, and welcome to Whitechapel. Today, guys, we'll be talking about a personal favorite book of mine, FreakAngels. Boys and girls, this is a very adult book with adult language. Get your kids out of the room. If you have a great love for lovable and incredibly dysfunctional characters, this is your story. 23 years ago, 12 children were born in England at the exact same moment. 6 years ago, the world ended. This is the story of what happened next. FreakAngels has one of my favorite casts of characters in any book. Each of our 13 main characters has something unique and original that they contribute to the running of Whitechapel. KK is a brilliant mechanic, and she flies above Whitechapel in her handmade helicopter motorcycle thingy. Kirk is Whitechapel's cantankerous watchman. Carl grows fresh food for everyone. Our Katie, she is so spacey that people mistake her for crazy, but she's powerful, insightful, and she's adorable. Connor is one of the quieter FreakAngels. He records all of their experiences in a journal. He's a really good dude, although everybody in Whitechapel gives him shit. Circa practices peace and free love with a harem full of Whitechapel's citizens. Jack is Whitechapel's cigar-smoking scavenger. He dives beneath the water to find supplies that help the city run. Kate is Whitechapel's unofficial law enforcement. She is sharp, she's sinister, she's batshit crazy, and I love her. Cass is the town's good-natured engineer. Mickey is the clan's sarcastic, unlicensed, albeit gifted physician. Luke is a mind-controlling, egomaniacal skis. Mark is a mind-controlling, power-crazed FreakAngel gone rogue. Alice is great. She meets the FreakAngels at the exact same time almost that the reader does. She becomes an honorary FreakAngel, and she pointed a gun at Connor once, but it's cool. Everybody's kind of over it. Part of what makes this story so cool is you have these 23-year-old, essentially kids. These guys are my age and they're running a town, but they're in that selfish phase of their lives where they just can't see too far outside of themselves. And this story is about that growth and development and how they learn the complicated relationship between power and wisdom. With so many different characters in this story, there is a lot of really exciting conflict. It starts off initially with Whitechapel being too successful to continue to provide for itself. And really just, it evolves into so many different things, including the FreakAngels having the power to control minds, but having to make that conscious decision not to. When the last trade of this particular story came out, there was some criticism about the ending. A lot of people said that they didn't feel like it was kind of anticlimactic, that there wasn't as much of a pop as they expected. And in my opinion, especially when you go back and you reread it from the very beginning all the way to the end, the story was only ever about the characters. I never expected the ending to be a cool guys walk away from explosions sort of deal. It was always going to be about the characters. The climax was always going to come at an emotional moment during dialogue as opposed to a whole lot of fire. So, I was really happy with it. I really enjoyed the ending, and I thought it was very well done. No spoilers. One of the other cool things about this particular story and the webcomic medium on the whole is that if you check out the comic at freakangels.com, you can roam around, you can check the whole comic out there. The whole thing is done, it's published, and if you go to the Whitechapel forums, you can talk to other people who are also fans. Now, for those of you who know me, you know that in terms of dialogue and in the comic world and in the nerd world, Joss Whedon is the king. Warren Ellis gives his dialogue a run for its money. One of the gigs that comes with the FreakAngels package is the pale skin and the purple eyes. But even though a lot of our characters, look the same or look distinguishable from regular citizens in Whitechapel, they still look very individualized thanks to Paul Duffield's fantastic artwork. Read FreakAngels, aptly titled freakangels.com. Check it out. It'll blow your mind. Thanks to Austin Books and Comics again for letting us shoot in their store. Make sure to subscribe to check out all of the videos that we're putting out and see all the new cool things we're talking about. You can also follow me on Twitter at Danny Danger. If you have any comments, leave them below in the comments section. Like this, share it with your friends, share it with everyone you know, share it with your grandma. This story is also cool because you get a very unique perspective on some of our favorite Marvel characters. Luke Cage, Jessica Drew as Spider-Woman, an unmasked Matt Murdock, and an unpantsed Ant-Man. Not Pym, the other one. The animals are definitely indicative of their personality characteristics. So when you look at their faces, you can really see some very human characteristics, and you can imagine what they would actually look like as humans, which is incredible.